It has been 2 days. 2 entire days. And that's 2 days too many. But now, it is finally June 23rd. Ladies and gentlemen, Robotics Notes fans, welcome back to Robotics Notes Elite, like Animal Crossing. It is... Did you hear that? Huh. That was a weird noise my cat just made. It is 7:35 in the morning on June 23rd. My copy of The Somnium Files, the Nirvana Initiative, shipped a couple hours ago. That'll be hopefully coming tomorrow on release day. But for now... Oh, frick! I just realized I don't have Robotics Notes like Animal Crossing on the weekend. The Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative comes out. Huh. Well, I have a feeling these 2 days won't be as painful as the last 2 were. Let's load the save. In any case, Akio continued her strenuous efforts alone as the Robot Club's brave president. She used the entirety of her day off on Saturday to finally completed reassembling the Prez. Kaboom! Zoom zip zam! Akio makes exaggerated sound effects with her mouth as she presents the honorary Prez to me. Feast your eyes upon the newly reborn Tanagashi Machine 3. You seriously spent your valuable day off before exams on this? You promised not to talk about that! The only real change to the robot's appearance has been a tail-like protrusion on its butt. It's attached to a caster. This appears to be the mechanism for the special attack that Akio mentioned before. If possible, I wanted to replace all the servos and sensors with new and better performing ones. If only we had more time and money. Infinite cash and time. Now there's a wish that ain't never getting granted. So, did you have enough screws? Of course. I would never make a mistake like that. I didn't end up with any extra screws either. Congratulations. So, is that the end of this little commemoration ceremony? About an hour ago, Akio called and woke me up. She wanted me to come to school for the reveal ceremony. Yep, all finished. Now it's time to test this baby out. There's a week left till Robo 1. We got a bug fix in test number 3 out so we can get used to its control scheme. Robo 1 spans 2 days, next Saturday and Sunday. Honestly, I don't know if I should be annoyed there's only a week left, or happy that we still have a whole week to go. Whatever, I'm not gonna stress over it. Fortunately for us, final exams next week means school ends at lunchtime every day. We have plenty of time. I see you have zero intention of studying. This isn't the time for studying. Akio sticks her thumb up and grins. Yep, it's game over. Either way, she's decided to do her operational tests in the school hallway. Guess I'll watch while playing some Kill Ballad. Akio holds the large controller in one hand and carefully reads the manual spread out on the floor of the hallway. Is it just me, or does that controller have a few too many switches? Huh? Now that's a controller. This thing's covered in dust after being in storage for a decade. It has 2 control sticks and like 10 switches. As a result, it looks a hell of a lot more complicated than the old controllers that came with RC toys. That's Prez's controller. Yuppie yup. Akio proudly confirms for me as she looks up from the manual. You know, my sister came up with a unique system to make it easier to control. Did she now? After seeing such godlike control at Robo 1, the audience was blown away. Akio takes a deep breath and blows on the controller. She can't help but cough as a cloud of dust from the controller surrounds her. This is what happens when you try to do things the quick and easy way. Should have wiped it down first. Looking at the manual isn't gonna get me anywhere. I gotta learn by actually moving it around myself. Kai, help me out. If you want my help, then beat me at... come on, I just want you to help me stand him up is all. Jeez, well I guess I can do that. I nod, and Akio hands the prez to me. It's actually pretty heavy. Now that I'm holding it for myself, I can tell that it's heavier than it looks. Put both feet on the ground and make it stand. I do as I'm told and stand the honorary prez up in the hallway. However, it can't stand like this on its own, so I support it by holding its shoulders. During this time, Akio flips the power switch on its back to on. The prez looks like it shudders for just a second. Accompanied by the sound of spinning motors, it straightens its back and corrects its posture. Alright, it worked! Kai, you can let go now. When I take my hands off, the prez stands up gallantly. It's like he's a completely different robot. How did you do that? When the power came on, all the servo motor gears auto-returned to their preset home positions. Basically, it's a posture that allows it to stand independently. Huh. I figure it had self-learned the terrain, then automatically adjusted its posture to stand up on its own. Preparations complete. Akio looks at the honorary prez and gives it a satisfied smile. In her hands is the clunky controller. The time has finally come. Tanagashi Machine 3, launch! Akio's hands begin to fiddle with the controller. The honorary prez takes a step forward with its left leg. I gotta admit, seeing it walk is starting to get me a little excited. The honorary prez takes another step with its left leg. Then the left leg again. It's only moving its left leg, which means it's just rotating in place with the right leg as its axis. Oh, I messed up. Hee-ho. Once more, with Zesto. This time the right leg moves. Then the left leg again. Right leg. Left, right, left, right. Look! Look! It's walking! Right you are. So, what the heck was going on before? Didn't I tell you I messed up? Left leg, right, left, left. The left moves a little, then the right. It's not walking very well. How bad you gotta be at the controls to make it move like this? The timing's super tough. Stand next to Akio and watch her finger the movements. That said, they're relatively simple. She's alternating between pushing the left and right control sticks upwards. I guess each stick corresponds to a leg. How do you move the arms? The arms are... Hold on a sec. Akio stops her hands and looks at the manual on the floor. Let's see. The exchange switch is here. There we go. She flips to... She appears to search for something on the controller before flipping a switch on its back. When you flip this switch, Akio returns to the two control sticks that were manipulating Tanagashi Machine 3's legs earlier. Only now, Honorary Prez's arms are linked to their movement. They move up, down, left, and right. Whoa, perfect! To be honest, the movement tracing is pretty accurate, so it's impressive how freely the little guy can move around. The only problem... Wait, so does that mean you can't control the legs and arms simultaneously? Yep. Yup, she says. Wait. Are you telling me this is the revolutionary control scheme that shook the very foundations of Robo 1? Yep. How did Misane manage to win like this? You just don't get it, Kai. People were impressed specifically because of how amazingly Sister fought using this control scheme. I've seen her do it myself, and it was really amazing. She was constantly moving her fingers and never pausing them for even a moment. The controller was making noises non-stop. You could hear the flipping of switches constantly. Click, click. She was able to use both control sticks and all 14 switches in order to deal with her opponents, or with her different opponents. If anything, I'd argue operating Tanagashi Machine 3 is something that only she can pull off. Now I get it. Totally buy what Akiho is selling. Misane is the only person who can make this work. That's a problem. And you want to use that super difficult control scheme, eh? That's why I'm practicing now. I'll to get used to it. Isn't Robo 1 in a week? It is. This is impossible. When I point this out to her, Akio hangs her head. It'll be fine. I may not be able to reach my sister's level in a week. Why am I yawning? I'm recording this at a normal time. But I'm sure I can get decent enough at it. Everything will work out just fine. If I have time to give up, I have time to practice. When she raises her head, she's even more spirited than she was before. I'll master this crazy controller no matter what. Yeah, I'm getting hyped. I feel the cosmos. Good grief. She's a physical manifestation of positive thinking. But see, even for a fighting game player like me, it'd take up like a month to get a feel for those controls. It'd be faster to change the controls to something easier for Akiho. If it were me, I'd have it play like KB. Needless to say, I don't tell Akiho any of this. She can do whatever she wants. This isn't my place to interject. Anyway, Kai, look! This is what I was talking about the other day. Tanagashi Machine 3's special attack! Akio wears a proud expression on her face, then presses the red button on the controller. The honorary press suddenly bends forward. Maintaining its pose, it falls backwards onto its butt. But did it just fall down? This is only the beginning. Really. Go! Then, still in the same pose, it suddenly blasts forward. Look at that loop. Look at that incredibly obvious loop. How do you like that? It has casters on its heels and butt. These enable it to do a super sliding kick. It works as a surprise attack, or with good timing it can even be used to dodge an opponent and counterattack. I call it Tanagashi Axel Impact. Pretty sure that's name theft. Don't sweat the deets. She's right, it really doesn't matter. More importantly, when will it stop? The honorary press just keeps charging alone down the long hallway. Oh crap, Kai, stop it! How? Chase it! Hold on, there's no way to remotely stop it? It would have been too complicated to build that into it. I was legit curious about this special attack thing because she kept going on about it. Fool me once. Victory is looking like a pipe dream. Akio continued her practice through the rest of the entirety of the afternoon. I quietly played Kill Ballad while she struggled with the controls. Needless to say, no studying happened. And that is the last Robotics Notes Elite like Animal Crossing for another 2 days. I will see you all in 2 days. I hope we all make it out alive. I know together we can pull through this. Yeah. So anyways, Nochio. Goodbye, Nochio. That's weird. I clicked stop recording and it didn't. Huh. Nochio.